Hi Aquarius, this is Tantric Tarot and this is going to be your love tarot reading for the month of March 2019. Now, when I was getting ready to do your reading, Aquarius, I started to get really hot, and I'm absolutely sensing that someone has the hots for you, and that's being indicated in your spread as well. And specifically what I'm seeing here is someone is admiring you, Aquarius. Someone is really deeply wanting to be with you. I am seeing a closure of one connection and an opening of another, okay? And we did have your birthday last month, and happy birthday, by the way. The good news about that is that you're going to still have that sense of luck, that sense of well-being and positivity, that energy from your birthday, from the sun being in your house. That energy is still going to be around you in the month of March as well, because what happens whenever you have a birthday is the energy does spill into the next month. Whenever I have a birthday, for example, I'm a Gemini, so my birthday's in June, I will notice that even into the month of July, my luck is still very, very good. So you do have that going for you this month, but I'm absolutely seeing that someone really has the hots for you, Aquarius. Someone is really thinking about you a lot, and I'm sensing that you don't necessarily feel the same way. Now, this is a general reading, so this can be vice versa, but what I'm mainly sensing from the majority of Aquarians is you have an external energy feeling this way about you, okay? Now, for your overall energy, you have the Two of Wands and you have hope. You're at a crossroads in your love life this month. This is in your overall energy, so this is going to be how you're feeling throughout the month of March, okay? Right next to this, you do have the Chariot and you have Journey. So remember in our air sign reading for last month, we did talk about travel. So for Aquarians, I am seeing you are in fact traveling. And because this is a love reading, this is going to be traveling for love. Now, for some of you, you may have someone that's traveling to come see you as well, okay? But there is absolutely either moving or traveling that has to do with your love life this month, and that is a big energy because it is the Chariot. And again, you have Journey on top of this, so this is like saying exactly the same thing. But the fact that you are at a crossroads right now, you may be thinking, you know, should I do this? Should I go here? Should I make this trip? That seems to be a very big question for the month of March, okay? Now, in terms of the people that are not necessarily traveling or moving this month, Journey does, in fact, talk about moving on. And I am seeing that here because, again, I'm seeing that there's one connection that you're cutting off, and there is definitely another connection coming in here. Now, for your timeline, you do have the Emperor here, which can be symbolic of an Aries or a fire sign, doesn't have to be. But you do have loss on top of this person, so you are losing somebody, or this, again, I'm sensing, Aquarius, you're in power, you're the one doing this, that's what I'm feeling. So I'm sensing that you're letting the Emperor go. Right next to this, you do have the Nine of Cups, and you have misfortune on top of this. Be careful what you wish for. That's what this is saying. And I feel like with the Nine of Cups here, it's almost like you got your hopes up, or someone else got their hopes up with you, and there was definitely something that happened here that ended this happiness, that ended this sense of, oh, I got what I wanted. Okay, and I'm sensing that this was having to do with the Emperor. So there's definitely a closure here. There's like an absolute ending with this. Loss, Emperor, misfortune, Nine of Cups. This did not work out. You're putting a completion to this with the Four of Wands and the Lover. So there's definitely an ending and a completion here. Now, what's interesting about this is you have the Knight of Discs and you have jealousy. Someone is really jealous that you are giving your attention to something else or someone else. You may be feeling this way about someone else, that you're jealous, that they're doing this to you. Absolutely, that can be for some of you, okay? But the fabulous thing about this is you end with the Magician and you end with love. So there is someone else coming in here that you're manifesting. Now, the Magician to me is always symbolic of a Gemini. It doesn't have to be that sign in a general reading. There is either a fire sign or an earth sign that is looking at you, that deeply wants to be with you, that is jealous that you're not giving them your attention. And I'm just simply seeing here, Aquarius, you don't want to be with this person, but they're very, very jealous about that because they're seeing you move on. That's what I'm seeing here. And you do have someone else manifesting in your life when it comes to love. You have love clarifying this. It's very, very clear. Now, in your energy, Aquarius, you have the Six of Wands, which is awesome. That's victory. You actually have a message on top of this, so you may be getting communication from someone where it does feel like a victory in love. Now, next to this, which is in your energy, by the way, you have your card, the Star. So you are in your element this month. You are feeling that positive energy from your birthday month. You're feeling very confident, and there's absolutely a transformation that you're going through in your love life because you have death on top of this. So you're transforming yourself. You're transforming your confidence. You're transforming how you view yourself. That's really what I'm getting from this. Because you do feel extra confident this month with the Six of Wands. You are feeling very much like you are the prize. I feel like you're going to be beating off people with a stick, honestly, Aquarius, because you have a lot of characters here. Again, you have the Emperor, you have the Knight of Discs, you have the Magician, you actually have the Chariot, which can be a Cancer. So in terms of specific signs, I'm seeing Cancer, Gemini, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. You have your card here, which is Aquarius, and Aries, or a fellow fire, or another fire sign. But again, you're walking away from someone where you have to put a close to this in order to create this one, okay? And this person's looking at you like, excuse me, you're not moving on from me, because they're very, very jealous. And I feel like they want to offer you something, but it's like you're literally creating another situation here. So they're watching you kind of move on, okay? And you're transforming your emotions. You're undergoing a huge transformation this month, and you're moving forward as a result of that emotionally. So this is very positive, Aquarius. Now, I did pull some extra cards for you. And you do have the Four of Cups, which in this deck does say luxury. So now this card does have a double meaning, because in the traditional tarot deck, the Four of Cups means a sense of emotional boredom. And I do feel like, again, there was that unrequited emotion here. So you may have been feeling like you were not getting what you needed emotionally from this person over here. But in this deck, it does say luxury. So I do feel like you're putting yourself first. And you do have the Ten of Pentacles here, which is wealth. So there does seem to be a financial aspect to this. You may be focusing on your financial foundation, creating more money, working on your business, not necessarily focusing on what people that you're not interested in want, or jealous behaviors, pettiness. You're focusing on the Ten of Pentacles, which is your career, your wealth, your foundation, your money. This also does talk about family. So you're focusing on deeper aspects of your life this month. And you do have the Six of Swords here, which also talks about travel. So you are traveling in some sense this month. I do feel like a lot of Aquarians are physically traveling. But the Six of Swords is a sword energy, so that is a mental energy. So you're moving on. You're simply moving on. And you do have love manifesting for you. And I feel like whoever you move towards, or wherever you move towards, you're going to be much happier, Aquarius. You're going to be much happier. And you do have letter clarifying these extra cards. So there's definitely communication coming in here. And I feel like you're simply moving to a better, an entirely better area of your life, honestly. And you're going to be receiving communication about this, okay? Now, I did pull some romance angel cards for you. And you have unrequited love, and you have the Queen of Pentacles. Now, this baddie looks extremely emotionally distant. She's very much closed off. She has a man at her feet, and she's not even paying attention to him. She's looking into the mirror. So she's very focused on herself. And this is unrequited love. And you did have the Knight of Discs here, which is another earth sign, and jealousy. So either you're doing this to somebody where they're feeling very hurt that you simply do not like them in that way, or you're simply not interested anymore. You want to move on. And this is making them feel extremely cold and left out by you. Or this is how you're feeling because this person is doing that to you. It can be vice versa, okay? But there's definitely unrequited love here from someone, and it's definitely this Emperor individual, okay?
And again, yeah, I'm just sensing for the majority of Aquarians, you're going to have to let someone down lightly. That's what I'm seeing here. Okay. And you also have free yourself with the Eight of Swords. Some Aquarians may be staying with somebody with the Eight of Swords, which is feeling trapped mentally. You may be staying with somebody out of guilt, out of a feeling of having to owe them something. Maybe you feel sorry for them. Maybe you feel like you owe them to stay or work on this, even though you know deep down you're not really emotionally checked into the relationship. The Eight of Swords simply means that you cannot let go. You're stuck in your head a lot about the situation, and it says to free yourself from it. Okay, so energetically free yourself if you are not happy, if you feel stuck. That is never a good energy to remain in, so Spirit is saying to free yourself. Now you do have express your love. So you see how this is changing? You have the Two of Cups here. So you do have another connection coming in, but there needs to be a level of expressing that. There needs to be open communication with regards to this. If you already have this person in mind, there needs to be, again, communication, open communication with regards to how you're feeling about this person, because there is a soulmate connection with this, or a very deep connection with this person coming in, especially because it's the Magician and the love is clarifying this, okay? It does look like a much better connection coming towards you, but you need to express that, or you are going to be receiving someone who is expressing that towards you, especially with the letter and the message, okay? So that's amazing. And you also have chemistry. So you're going to be having a lot of chemistry with this new person. And you also have the World here. So again, this is like a brand new vista. This is like a brand new thing opening up for you guys in love, especially again with the Magician. It's the same kind of energy. The Magician is about manifestation. The World is about success and graduation. It's about, it's basically about a whole new possibility that's going to open up for you in love. And you're going to have a lot of chemistry with this person, especially because again, we have the Two of Cups and express your love. So it's going to be a comfortable connection where I feel that the communication is going to be effortless in a sense, okay? Because there is a lot of chemistry with them. And the World and the Two of Cups, that's a big energy, you guys. That's huge. So you do have love coming in here, and there is a huge transformation that you're undertaking. And again, the Six of Wands, that's fabulous. Victory. You're going to have victory in love. For a small percentage of you, what may be occurring here is someone may have rejected you prior, and now that you're moving on, they're looking at you like, wait a second, maybe I do want to be with them. And now you're like, you should have thought about that before. Because now you're moving on with the Magician here. It's like you're manifesting a whole new connection, a whole new situation. And this person's quite jealous about that, okay? Again, be careful what you wish for. That was coming through very strongly from Spirit with this. Misfortune, Nine of Cups. Be careful what you wish for, okay? Make sure that you're not being dragged back, by anybody if it's not what you truly want. If it's not making you truly happy. If it's just making you feel like the Eight of Swords, like you have to stay, or like you cannot free yourself from the situation, that's where the transformation on yourself needs to happen, because again, you should never stay in a situation where you feel like you have to force it, because that's not what love is about. That's not the whole point of it. So that's what I'm seeing for you, Aquarians. And again, the fact that you guys have the Four of Cups, luxury, the Ten of Pentacles, wealth, and the Six of Swords, which is again journey. There's absolutely a journey taking place this month. And I'm sensing it's a physical one, okay? And yeah, Aquarius, keep focusing on your Ten of Discs, because that's stability right here. And I feel like this is where you're moving towards, or where you're going. And luxury, the Ten of Discs and luxury, it's basically the same thing. It's wealth and luxury. Now, the interesting thing about the Six of Swords in this deck says science. I feel like you're researching, or you're really being very logical. You're being very, very smart in your emotions this month. And it's almost like you are performing some kind of mental surgery on yourself, because With the Eight of Swords, it's like you feel very stuck, and with the Six of Swords, you're going to be breaking free from this. The Six of Swords is an energy of moving forward, okay? So that's awesome, Aquarius. And if you would like to get a personal reading with me, you can at tantrictarotofficial@gmail.com. And I will talk to you guys all next month.